Hello everyone, Marcus Davis here, and I'm the Communications Director with Blueprint 502. Today we're here to meet Mr. Michael Springer, who is the Program Manager for the Blueprint 502's housing program called YHDP. How you doing today, Mr. Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
So first of all, a little bit about yourself. How long have you been at Blueprint 502?
Well, I have been serving at Blueprint for about 8 years now.
8 years, and I heard you are a graduate of
Yes,
the program.
I am a proud alumni. I started out in the Youth Build program.
Blueprint 502, formerly Youth Build, has about 7 or so alumni on the staff. What impact do you think that has, having alumni like yourself, especially in leadership positions?
Well, I think it's a great impact. First of all, it's the lived experience that makes it most impactful. Being in the shoes of the people that you've served before, you know some of the fears that they have, you know some of the excitement, you know the need. That alumni experience, it brings an authentic way to serve young people.
Definitely agree. So YHDP, tell us what that means.
YHDP means Youth Homelessness Demonstration Project.
Let's start off with how someone would get into the program or refer to the program.
Okay, well, YHDP is a HUD-funded program. We work with the Homeless Coalition here in the city of Louisville. Well, I guess I need to start with what the Homeless Coalition is. It is several agencies who have taken a stand on homelessness in the city. A young person can go to any one of those agencies that are part of the Homeless Coalition, that serve with the Homeless Coalition, if they identify as homeless. After that, they take what is called a common assessment. Now, the common assessment is a tool that's used by the Homeless Coalition to determine the severity of your homelessness. You could be in shelter or living out in the street, living in your car, a place that's not habitable. Well, based on the severity of your homelessness, you're placed on a wait list. Those housing referrals then get referred to some of the agencies that work with the coalition that may have Section 8 vouchers, or they may have rapid rehousing vouchers. In our program, we have 2 programs that have rapid rehousing vouchers. So we receive referrals from the Homeless Coalition, and we house them using what we call the Housing First model. So where you may not have a high school diploma, you may not have a job, you may not have just some of the barriers that will stop you. The point of the program is to have a housing program that's a low barrier program, that we can get individuals into housing so that they can get stable. And the model is, if we take care of some of those baseline needs, then other things will come. If you have a safe place to lay your head at night, then you can really focus on your education and you can really get that GED.
Definitely.
Or you can really make it to work every day because you don't have that concern about where I'm gonna sleep or am I safe.
Definitely. So rapid rehousing, where are we placing them for rapid rehousing?
So rapid rehousing, our rapid rehousing clients can be anywhere in the city. What we task our case managers to do is develop relationships with landlords or property management companies throughout the city. Our case managers, they go out, they build these relationships. They not only build the relationship with the landlord, we're case managing the client as well. So we're guaranteed placement, and we're gonna walk that young person through the process and through their journey through life. So if they need to get a job or if they need to go to school, we're offering supports.
It speaks to the supportive services that I want to get mentioned. You named a couple of services. Are there any other services that someone might be eligible for in the program?
Well, yes. So we do have several lanes in our housing department, and supportive services is one of those. We have a goal every year to serve about 70 young people when it comes to supportive services. And these supportive services can be, well, first, we want to make sure that you have your documentation. If we're going to get you into a place, you're going to need that birth certificate, social security card, an ID. We want to make sure that you have all your vital records together. These are supportive services that can help you get into housing. We also pay for applications. If you need furniture, we look at different resources within the city that we can help get you some furniture to supply the house that you're in. There's just a list of services.
So we're basically trying to help them with any issues that could arise, especially if it's an issue that could, deter them from being successful in the housing.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about emergency shelter stays?
Yes. So we have been doing this work in our community for about 5 years, working with young people that are experiencing homelessness. One of the things that we found out were our foster youth. There was a great need for our foster youth in housing. These are individuals that were in the foster care system at age 18, whether they're in a facility or they have foster parents. There was a high number of young people that were just being tossed out on the street, right? So we band together with some of our community partners, and we had some funders that really pushed this cause to help us with this issue. And so what we found out was if we take care of that, once again, if we take care of that baseline need to where if we can provide a foster youth with emergency shelter stay as they transition, because they're eligible for an array of services, but at times there's a gap. There's a gap of services. So what the emergency hotel stays did was supply them with a safe place. They're paired with a case manager during this time. So if there's any services that they need while they wait on housing, or if they need to obtain housing while in a shelter stay, then we help them with it. Like I said, doing this work, we're finding the best ways to serve young people. And that was one of the things that came about to where we saw an issue, we got community partners together, we got funders together, and we created a solution to help homeless youth in the city.
Great, and now you're speaking to one of the reasons Blueprint 502 has grown to the size that it is, because we see these different needs in our participants, and we try to do things to go about serving that need. Let's talk about any goals you might have moving forward for the housing program.
So one of the goals that we have is we are in partnership. We have some community partners, and we've seen that the hotel stays, they were good and they were effective, but it's always best to have your own, right? And we've seen that it would be more cost effective if we had units that we provided to provide that transitional housing. So within the year, we will have 4 units on College Street that will be transitional units for foster youth that, it'll be a little bit more permanent. We'll get to help to mold and help transition those foster youth. We have goals to, when it comes to our rapid rehousing program, to house over 30 families within a year. And we've really been trying to focus on the mental health aspect of it too. Because as young people transition from adolescence to adulthood, and they experience different traumas, they experience different situations, we found that it was important to support them when it comes to mental health. Make sure that whether it's seeing a therapist, med management, or even just being educated on mental health and how to navigate that through life is an important skill to have. Because we want our young people to be successful. And we don't want them to experience homelessness again. So we want to do any and everything that we can to lift them up and just support them.
One more question. The place we are at right now doing this video, we're located on 532 East Breckenridge. Can you tell me a little bit about this special place that we're at right now?
Yes, this place is very special. This home here will house 8 young people. We have 8 beds. These young people will be supported through our Youth Build program. So if we have young people that are experiencing homelessness, that are trying to get a skilled trade, trying to get that high school diploma, want to enter into the medical field by getting that CNA certification, what we want to do is provide a space for them that they can transition into more permanent housing as they're going through these vocational skill programs. And it's a house of hope to give hope to the young people, to provide structure, to give them an opportunity to become better.
Hey, I think all of this is just amazing. I just personally want to thank you for the work that you do. I've had the privilege of being able to watch you work for many years at Youth Build, and that's just a pleasure within itself. I know that you really care about these youngsters, and you're going to do whatever it takes to help them be served in the best way possible. So Thank you, Mr. Mike. Thank you for your time, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you for having me.